My name is James Owen.
My name is Nathan Grant-Booker.
It's our presentation of contemporary theatre and our playwright. So I'd talk to you today about the works of Roy Williams, and I'd like to show you just a small video of how he works and how he creates a piece.
Do it on the computer. Go back and do it on the computer.
Do you want to start again?
I kind of like do a dot in the middle of the paper, and that's my character. And then I kind of work from the inside outwards, then I kind of create the world surrounding. Still, my focus is on that character, that person in the middle. And so it's more about the world I create around it that helps me shape the character that I'm writing for, really, rather than they inform the character in the real way the world they're inhabited in kind of informs them, and then subsequently informs me. And there was one writer who's still around called Barry Keith, and again the plays he wrote were very much capturing a time where there was a lot of anger, lots of confusion and frustration among Britain's young, predominantly the white and black working class. He captured their voices extremely well. And again, I remember reading his work and just being incredibly flattered that someone was writing about us. So he was a massive influence on my work. It's really much of things that a lot more people should hear of them than they are.
He goes on to talk about a lot more of his work and more of his influences, like Abby Morgan and Paul Lambert, which he are also close friends with when he works and creates a play.
So yeah, he mentioned another writer called Barry Keith, and he said that's where he gets his inspiration from. And we researched Barry Keith, and we looked at the type of plays he did, and one of his plays is called Barbarians, and it's about three young teenagers who've just finished secondary school and really don't know what to do with themselves, so they join up the army, and it really just tells their story. So when he was talking about how Barry Keith talks in his plays, he talks about young black people and white people and their troubles. So yeah.
He also goes on how to start a play, and he says he always starts at the beginning, no matter what, because he likes to focus on the character, and the beginning is always the start of the character's journey. He has a loose imagery of where he wants the character to go and where to be, but he always starts from the beginning because he always wants to focus on that one character.
Roy Williams has over 15 published plays, from his first one in 1996 called The No Boys Cricket Club. And it's about a girl who was born in Jamaica and was in love with cricket. And when she came over to London, she just wasn't enjoying her life. But then she fell back in love with the sport of cricket, and she made a club called the No Boys Cricket Club. And yeah, it was just a story about her life. And his last one was called Advice for Young at Heart, and it's about a girl who was dating a leader of a gang, and he was asking her to do terrible stuff such as something called honey trapping a guy called Clint, and that means where she pretends that she's in love with him so she can lure him in and the gang can possibly kill him.
So let's talk about his early life. So Roy was born and raised in Nottingham in London. He was youngest of 4 siblings and single mother, so as a nurse. When he was in school, when he was failing secondary school, he decided to work at a theatre company, a black theatre company that Don Kinch ran. And at the age of 18, he left school and worked for a period of around 7 years. And at the age of 25, he decided to go back into theatre and do a course, a theatre writing course at Rose Bruford College, and ever since then he's been a writer.
So Roy Williams has won a couple of awards over his writing career, such as the George Devine Award for his play Liftoff. Also, he won the Most Promising Playwright from the Evening Standard for his first play, The No Boys Cricket Club. And also recently, his Sucker Punch play was nominated for the Evening Standard Award for Best New Play, and also the Oliver Award for Best New Play in 2011. Also, Roy Williams has been given an OBE in the 2008 honours and sits on the Board of Trustees for Theatre Central. Why we have decided to pick Roy Williams is for the fact of his plays. Like we read a couple of his plays and we both enjoyed his plays. To play one of his plays called Sucker Punch.
What is that? Nothing, Chaz. Bit of music, Chaz. Keeps me on my feet. You know what? You don't want to ride cool, that's fine. I've got smart shoes, pucker suits, new telly with a video.
There's nothing to ring, no. Mr. High and Mighty. Just tell me still how's your job in Whitby?
I mean, have you seen the news? It's kicking off in Tottenham now. You look. You mean you guys? Calm down. I am, just don't say. You don't really think they have the essentials to take on Maggie? She kicked the Aussies in the touch without losing a week of sleep. She walks all over the miners like they weren't even there. And they ain't that little bit impressed. Can't get you, Maggie. Look at your towel, come on. I know they ain't what to say when you got it, son.
I can't tell you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Get a job to run it.
I can't be touched. I won't be touched.
So yeah, this play called Sucker Punch. It was both of us. It was one of our favourites. One of our favourite plays out of the ones he's written. And it's about how a young black guy called Leon gets treated by his boxing coach and also by other white other boxers. And him and his best friend called Troy, they get kind of put against each other. And it said it was set in the 1980s, and during the 1980s there was a few riots, the one in Tottenham and the one in Brixton. And being from Tottenham, where we've had two riots in the last 30 years, it kind of we were both able to relate to it, because it kind of, people really just judged black people, not just black people, just young people, black people, white people, all over, just gave them a really bad image. And we felt that this play kind of talked about what people actually thought of the riots, and what people actually